You're listening to another episode of Last Night's Coffee with Chuck and Jon.
Greetings, earthlings, and locally hated beach bums. I am on vacation, and this quite possibly could be our first vacation podcast that was successfully recorded.
No. I recorded one when I was at the beach one time.
Okay. So our second.
Yeah, we did it with me at the beach, just not with you at the beach yet. This is the first time.
First time I've successfully recorded a podcast on vacation. It's
That's right.
66. We've got a little bit of football stuff to get into. Falcons won. Big.
Yeah. Yep.
Saints lost. Huge.
Love to see that.
Georgia won. Pretty good.
Yep.
We may or may not have gotten asked to not come back to Shuckums.
Come back to what?
Shuckums down here in Panama City.
Why?
We watched the game there.
Did you guys get a little rowdy?
The game coincided with happy hour.
Okay.
And there might have been some in our party that got a little happy in that hour.
Sure.
It happens sometimes.
It happens sometimes. So you're down there with your two buddies, right?
Yes. We were supposed to get them on the show, but they decided to go eat.
And I get it. We record at lunchtime. At lunchtime. I get it. But come on, guys. I wanted to have you guys on. I wanted to talk about old stories of Chucker. I wanted to hear Jamie go on about the moon landing.
Yeah.
I had a lot of things to talk about today with them, but that's okay. We'll keep it short and sweet because you're on vacation and you need to enjoy it with your family.
Let me show you what I have here in front of me.
Okay. Is that Thomas's Donuts?
That is Thomas's Donuts.
Oh, man. Are you going to eat one on air?
I am going to eat one on air.
Oh, just rub it in everyone's face.
If you've never been to Panama City, you're probably not a redneck like me. But if you've never had Thomas's Donuts in Panama City,
you're definitely missing out.
It's one of the best donuts around.
Oh, for sure. You can't go wrong with Thomas's Donuts. And you got to get there early, though, man. They can sell out pretty quick.
I think me and Troy got there right after 7 today.
Okay, so that's still pretty early. Was there a line?
There was a line.
Yeah.
We rode by there yesterday, and the line was ridiculous because people leave on Sunday, so there was probably people like, "Ooh, give me some donuts."
Yeah.
So we ended up going to Muy Buenos, we didn't know Muy Buenos had breakfast. So if you're in Panama City and it crosses over on a weekend, Muy Buenos, it's at the Y, it has breakfast. It's this couple that owns it. Mm-hmm. And every time I've ever been in there, they're there working.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the wife is waiting on you and the husband is cooking.
That's awesome, man. I love little restaurants like that.
Yeah, it's never a big crowd. It's not they don't advertise a whole lot. Mm-hmm. But they stay busy. They've been down here for over 10 years. So
yeah. That's freaking awesome.
We're staying at this little townhouse just past the Y, if you're familiar with the Y and the Winn-Dixie at the Y. Mm-hmm. We're just on the beach side beside the Winn-Dixie. You can pull right up to your parking spot, in front of your beach house. Short walk to the beach. The Sun-Kissed Peach on Facebook. I think this coffee cup right here.
Hey-o. Look at that.
They're good people. Nice, clean house.
That's great, man. Was it a Airbnb or VRBO? How'd you find it?
Mary Beth come home from work one day and it was like, one of my customers has a rental. And I said, yes. I didn't even ask where it was at.
Yeah.
I was like, yes.
How close to the beach are you? What's your proximity?
It's a 3-minute walk. We're right across the
Oh,
street. There's
perfect.
a public access walk spot across. Right near there.
Perfect, man.
Very quiet.
Yeah.
End of the beach. Some people say that this is the busy end of the beach now, but I don't know. It's all, if you've been going to Panama City all your life, the busy end moves.
Yeah, sure.
It is kind of busier than Front Beach used to be.
Yeah.
Those donuts so good.
Dude, I'm telling you can't go wrong with Thomas Donuts. They're so good every time. Every time. They've never disappointed.
I had the bacon maple this morning.
Oh yeah. Yeah, classic. That's so good.
I should have just got a dozen bacon maple donuts.
They're so good, man. They're so good. That's one of my favorite flavors. I like that sweet and salty mixture. It hits right, dude.
I fought the bacon maple donut for a long time.
Yes, I did too.
I'm like, give me a glazed
Mm-hmm.
or a chocolate covered. And I finally had a bacon maple, and I was like, this is should be illegal.
Yeah.
There's parts that look. This is bacon maple donuts is like an American. It's why people from other countries hate Americans. Because we have things like bacon maple donuts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. While they are struggling to understand the concept of a donut in some countries, we have the maple bacon donut.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not the little powdery things you get at the Chinese restaurant.
No.
They call it donut.
Or like those tasty cakes from the gas station or something. Ugh.
Yeah.
Those are not. Now, don't get me wrong. In a pinch, those will get you by.
The closer you get to New Orleans, the better tasty cakes are.
What?
Yeah.
Is that where the factory is? And they're fresher the closer you get? Is that your theory behind that?
Yeah, it's better. Like there's people, if you get them down there, they're better.
Okay. I'll take your word for that.
Now, so
where were we? We were talking about donuts. Oh, I did.
Okay. I have a donut question.
Okay.
You know the donut shop near your house?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the donut shop, we might have covered this, is the same people in Griffin.
Yep.
But there's donut shops that have the same box as them.
Mm-hmm.
That don't have the same name, but it's the same ethnicity of people. I'm not being racist. It's just the same ethnicity as Asian people running it.
Yeah.
Do you think they all get work together? Is it like you come over, I'll prop you up and you work here and then you go open your own?
Kind of like an Asian bakers union.
Yeah.
I think there very well could be an Asian bakers union, where they all just kind of band together. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like we are all one. The Asian bakers have got to stick together, man. But I'm sure that's just like your average donut box from Costco or something like that.
But the donuts are the same.
They are all very similar. It's like a family recipe that got handed down for generations. You know what I mean? And those generations spread wide. They're really good, man. You cannot beat them. I don't understand. I don't understand why that ethnicity is so good at donuts. They seem like an American dish to me, right? Like they seem like an American food, but yet you have these Asian people who are just so daggone good at making them.
Yeah. Now, another thing I've noticed. Well, children growing up.
Yeah.
Another thing I've noticed is like the pizza places. Johnny's Pizza.
Sure.
You can go to 100 different small towns with a small pizza place.
Yeah.
And it's basically the same as a Johnny's Pizza. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
not like a Hunt Brothers, but like Slices and Johnny's aren't that different. Sauce is a little bit different, but the concept, order the slice and you get the big slice. I think it's the same thing.
They're not far off, right? I mean, Partners is a little bit different. That's right. A local pizza joint. But like, I see what you're saying. There are a lot of similarities, but like when you started saying all that, I thought you were going to be like, every time I go to a Johnny's, there's no Johnny owning it in there.
I've never seen Johnny. Have you ever seen Johnny?
No, I worked for a Johnny's Pizza. Never seen a Johnny.
Never seen Johnny. What about when you worked at Buck's Pizza?
Never met Buck.
You never met Buck?
No, but we would answer the phone all the time. We'd be like, "Thanks for calling Buck's Pizza. This is Buck. How can I help you?" That's how we would. That's how we'd answer the phone. Well, yeah, like, we would impersonate Buck, but we never one time met a Buck. Nope, but no Buck ever came by.
If you went to Thomas's Donuts, you'd see Mike Thomas down there.
Yeah, that's true.
I've heard he might not be in the best health right now, so that sucks. We're going to probably eat at his restaurant tonight, Mike's Seafood.
I didn't realize he owned a restaurant as well.
He's got a whole conglomerate of things.
Wow. Well, good for him.
He's got a donut, and then he transitioned into pizza.
Yeah.
And then so you could really eat 3 meals from Mike.
That's pretty sweet, dude.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. I have a question for you, man, about your vacation. I know we're trying to get through this episode, but I did have a question about it real quick. Charlie is turning 16 this month, right?
November.
In November, next month. That's right. Okay. Yeah, I keep getting that confused for some reason. November 4th? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, so he's 15, almost 16.
Yeah.
And he got to bring his girlfriend on vacation.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Is this the first time he's gotten to bring a girlfriend on vacation? And like, what were the stipulations? Like, how did that go? Was it a no-brainer because y'all really like her and she's been around a lot?
We really like her. It was a lot of planning between the moms.
Okay. So the mom stayed in touch a lot.
Because I was like, no.
Yeah, because you know Panama City and a male and a female.
I've been watching him like a Hulk.
Yeah. Can you feel the love tonight?
She's got her own room upstairs and he's sleeping on the couch.
Yeah, it's just that the magic is in the air down there, man. You know what I mean?
It's a magical place. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Things happen in Panama, but
I was just curious. Our boy Liam, he's 12 years old. He had a girl over to the house for the first time.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he's had like little school, flings, girlfriend-ish things, but we never meet them, right?
Right.
They're just whatever you do there at school. But we actually, for the first time, had a girl come to the house and they painted pumpkins together because we didn't have any good carving pumpkins, but we found these tiny pie pumpkins. So we got them to paint some pumpkins and they walked around the neighborhood with our daughters. They had little chaperones with them kind of.
Yeah.
But I was just curious because it kind of got me thinking like, oh, wow, this is the first time. And there's all these other firsts that are going to be coming. And I was just curious, I don't remember you ever mentioning Charlie taking a girlfriend with him to the beach before or on vacation or anything like that.
We invited her mom too. We were like, look, you can come and go with us too. There's no big deal.
Oh, that would have been pretty cool. Is her mom good people? Fun to hang out with pretty much?
She's cool.
That's cool.
No, I think we'll just let her go.
That's cool. Cool.
Yeah, so it's been It's been fun. She's got that boy whooped. He don't stand a
Wrapped
chance.
around the finger.
Yeah.
Just the way it should be, man. Just
That's
the way
right.
it should be.
They took Muscle Beach style pictures today, which I thought was freaking hilarious. I loved it.
Yeah, man.
I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah,
So,
when you sent me that one, it was perfect, dude. You got them edited pretty spot on there. Good job with that.
kind of a 60s look and put it in black and white. So
Yeah. I really liked it, man. I really liked it. He looks like a football player out there, pressing that girl over his head like that.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
He don't look like no daggone race car driver. He looks like a football player out there.
Yeah, we got to get him a new suit.
Oh yeah, he's outgrown his racing suit.
We're gonna have to get it tailored.
Oh man,
because if we get them off of the shelf to go wider here through the shoulders, they're also longer, like stupid long.
I got you.
So we've got to work on getting a tailored suit. So of course our season we're over, so we're trying. There is a possibility that we may get Dad in the car for a race for season in a car, not our car, but in Charlotte Paul's.
Really? He might run a hot shot race?
He might run a hot shot race.
Just for the heck of it?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Have you been working on him?
Charlie's been working on him. And see, so he had ran a race or two they had run a dune buggy class at Sonoa back in the late 70s, early 80s. So he had raced a dune buggy out there once on the old surface before they paved it.
Okay.
He asphalt at Sonoa. And now if we can get him a dirt start on this dirt configuration, he'll be in a small group of people that's had starts on every surface that Sonoa's had.
Oh man, yeah. He should do it just for the start. You know what I mean? If nothing else, just for the start. Yeah,
there's a small group. I think it's probably less than 20.
Yeah.
It might. So you got, like not even Bubba. Bubba's run the asphalt, and the dirt now, but he didn't run the old dirt because he wasn't born yet.
Right.
Yeah, it's a small group. It's a very small group. There's guys that run the old dirt, didn't run asphalt, and come back and run the new dirt.
Yeah.
But like to run all three surfaces is a very small group of people.
Man, he's got to do it just for the start's sake, just for the sake of doing that alone and being able to say, he did that, or at least Charlie being able to say, hey, my granddad has done that.
Yeah, my granddad has done all three surfaces.
Yeah, that's pretty freaking sweet.
So,
how many surfaces have you run? Have you run any up there?
I ran asphalt in a mini stock, and I run a practice session in Paul's car. I don't count as a start.
Right. So you just didn't hit that original wave of dirt.
Hit the original wave. I've got one other friend that we're trying to get to run dirt, and if he runs it, he will be in that group that's run all three surfaces.
Yeah,
I think Clint Smith probably ran. I think Clint Smith run it and asphalt maybe once or twice. There's probably a start in there. They had a deal one time where they ran right after they paved it. They ran dirt cars on asphalt.
Yeah.
So I think Clint Smith might have run that race. I know Mike Head run that race. So that would put Mike Head, which is he's a state Hall of Famer. He won. He ran the old pavement, or the old dirt, the new pavement, and the new dirt.
That's awesome, man.
So,
dude, we've got to get our night shifters on board with this. If any of our night shifters hear this and they've got social media, reach out, tag him, Dan Oxenford. We've got to get this guy on the track. I want our night shifters to pester him too. Let's make this happen, man. I think it's awesome. I think we should encourage him. I think it would be really, really neat, dude.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
It'd be a lot of fun.
So it depends on if we get the car back together this week and how hard I want to work.
I got you. It is vacation.
And,
It is vacation.
And we got to decide if we're going to ask Paul or just take the car.
I got you. Right. Well, do you want to talk about some football, man? You want to shift gears and get into a different sport?
Well, I mean, we can.
Or do we have more football or more weekend stuff to talk about?
That's about all I got. What'd you do this weekend? Anything?
Oh, we went to Six Flags. We did do that. They've got all their Halloween stuff out, all their Fright Fest decorations. It's really neat. The kids had a great time. Oh man, come on! You forgot to silence the phone.
Yeah.
Our middle child actually is tall enough now where she can ride all of the rides. So she hopped on Batman this weekend. So that was a new one for her. She got to ride it twice back to back. There was a lot of people there. Tons of people in the parking lot coming into the entrance. But then when you went on roller coasters, there weren't very many people. And I wonder if they weren't doing all the there were a bunch of like fall festival things that were set up. And so I wonder if most of the people weren't engaged with those things rather than the roller coasters. Uh-oh. Yep. Now you're back.
All right. Yeah. You'll have that from time to time.
What happened?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know if it was me or you.
I don't know either.
But
yeah. So we went to Six Flags, had a great time, man.
Well, good. I'm glad. Yeah. This is kind of an informal show today. We're just going to leave all the problems in it and everything.
It happens, man. It happens. No worries. But yeah, that was about it for my weekend. I mean, worked on a little bit of cars, but not much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
kept it chill.
We had fun. I was sitting on the beach this morning. It was do we want to go ahead and what are we doing? We're doing football.
You want to hit the football wrap up?
I watched the game, but I didn't really pay attention.
That's fine. I mean, there's not much to talk about. Look, you hit it to begin with. We're homers at heart. So the fact that the Bulldogs won, the Falcons won, the Saints lost, that's all good news. Alabama got a run for their money. It's a pretty quick football wrap up, praise God.
Did you watch any of the Saints game?
I did not watch any of the Saints game, no.
Oh, dude, it was ugly.
I didned watch any.
It was ugly on both sides of the ball.
Really? The Buccaneers were not playing well either?
But they played a whole lot. Like in the last half, there were so many freaking penalties.
Yeah.
And I wish I had been somewhere down here to witness them lose so I could hear the collective, oh.
Yeah. Well, look, I think that's great. That's a great thing for the Falcons. Anytime, a division rival loses like that, I think it's great. The Falcons winning in Carolina is big. That means that their next game against Carolina is at home. So that's always a good thing. You always want to win the game out there because you play all your division twice, once at their stadium, once at your stadium. So if you can win that game over there at theirs, that's a good way to start.
Now, do we go ahead and talk about the Super Bowl?
I'm not getting crazy about all that.
The fact that there was tragedy in Atlanta this year?
What do you mean?
With the school at Appalachian?
That's right. We had the chemical fire as well.
Chemical fire. We've talked about tragedy.
Yeah.
And winning the big game, the national championship.
Yeah. And Atlanta was somewhat affected from Hurricane Helene, right?
Georgia was hit not near as hard as North Carolina, but pretty hard for a hurricane.
Yeah. They had some of the rides were closed down at Six Flags still from damage from the hurricane, they said.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Scream Machine?
I think Scream Machine was running. Okay.
It don't really hurt anything.
Right, because it's built over a lake to begin with, right? Like they built the thing over a lake pretty much. But no, they had Pandemonium was closed. That one that spins around in a circle and teeter totters at the same time. It's humongous.
Yeah, I'm not riding that. I can't
Yeah,
do round.
Dude, I actually got sick to my stomach pretty good this time, man. I had to stop riding the rides this time.
Look, go ahead and get you some Dramamine.
Yeah.
And like if you got season passes and you're going to ride and it's not a crowded day and you end up riding rides multiple times, take some Dramamine anyway. It'll keep you from getting that equilibrium thing.
I think that's what did it to me as well, was riding them back to back. Like, you know what I mean? Because like I said, there was no one on the ride. So like I went boom, boom and rode them back to back. And that's when I got off. I was like, ooh, wee. Yeah, it was Batman twice. It's so smooth, dude. It's so smooth. I couldn't help it.
And then you get off and you're like, you're walking at an angle.
Yeah. Well, the second time, so when we rode it the first time, there was somebody waiting for our seats, but there was still an empty row towards the back, right? So we were on the second to last row the second time we rode it. And it just kind of, that back row like kind of whips you around. When you sit at the back of that ride, it just whips you around, all of those corkscrews and all that stuff. And I think that's what kind of did it to me, was that whipping motion at the back end. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Goliath will do that to you too. It'll whip you in the back.
Yeah. Well, Lana can ride Goliath now, so I'm kind of excited to see if she's able to conquer that fear or if she chickens out. I don't know. Do what?
She looked at it?
She's looked at it. Oh, yeah. I mean, you can see it from the daggone interstate when you're driving, dude. It's the tallest hill out there, man. It's so easy to see. So, yeah, she's seen it. She knows what it's all about.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
we'll see. I'm sure we'll be back next month, if anything. So, you ready to hit an ad break real quick, dude?
Yeah, hit it right quick.
All right, cool.
And we're back. No, we could do it that quick if you're not if you're.
No, I'm good, man. We can keep rolling, dude. I know you want to get back to things.
Yeah, I got to get Mary Beth's vape back out there to the beach.
Ah, gotcha.
I'm like, you need anything? Oh wait, no, she found a vape. I got to take her a 5 hour.
Oh, okay.
I drank 2 Monsters Saturday.
2 Monsters?
Yeah, I woke up at 4:30 in the morning, Saturday morning.
Nice.
And couldn't go back to sleep.
Ugh.
So we were leaving at 7. And I'm like, well, I might as well get back up and then, stay up, And it's so weird trying to get up when you go to bed, but your body's like, no, you've already slept your time.
Right.
Mine's like, every time you look at the clock, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
And then you get down here and you lose an hour.
Right. I forget that every time.
Well, okay, so I've got my phone, like our group has our phone where it switches automatically. Jamie and Jeffrey, since they're working all over the state and close to the state line sometimes, they don't have theirs where to flip. Because it'll mess them up at work. And they'll work an extra hour or something like that. So, or be late, think they're late, early, just things. So every time we're like, okay, we're going to go do this at this time, they're like, our time or local time? And I'm like,
local time.
What do you mean? Because with the clock automatically on your phone, automatically flipping, you don't notice it like you used to.
Right.
You're just like, okay.
Yeah, you don't consciously think about it the same anymore.
Right. You just look at your clock and you're like, oh, okay. So anyway, that's been kind of funny. It's like local time. And there's an inside joke about local time with Mary Beth anyway. So she thinks we're all picking on her when anybody says local time.
Did one of them criticize you for your route down there?
No, not this time.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Are we getting this in the show? Is this part of the show?
Yeah.
Fine. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's fine. No, nobody criticized me for my route like I thought they would.
Okay, cool.
They did lie to me, so I lied right back.
Oh.
We were still in Thomaston when I was like, man, I'm an hour to Dothan. So I'm like, well, I'm an hour south already.
Yeah.
And then the other ones over there like, I guess I need to leave. so we didn't tell him any different. So he left and he's like, where y'all at? I'm like, you follow?
Dude, isn't Eufaula just beautiful, man? Driving through that area.
This roadside oddities museum.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Is it in the little town?
Huh?
Oh, you did. Is it is it
just
right there in the town with all like the peat moss where it's all hanging? Is it really close to that?
It's before you get to that.
Okay. Okay, cool.
About 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
And you just go in there and you look through these windows, and they had a what did they call it? They found a doonanny.
A doonanny.
Yeah.
What is that?
That's exactly. They're like, they don't know what it is. It's a doonanny.
What does it look like?
A rock. It's just a rock in a glass case. I mean, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but maybe you'll. But all I saw was a rock in a glass case.
Oh my God.
Huh?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, it's just this weird freaking, it's got like signs. I don't know where I am going, but I'm on my way.
Right.
Stuff
oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. I remember that. That was one of the pictures you sent to me. That's right.
Yeah, it's just a weird roadside attraction.
Yeah.
And last time we come home, we passed it, and everybody's like, I want to go by that. I said, well, next time we come to Panama City, we'll stop by.
Yeah.
That was 7 years ago.
You finally went to PC again, dude.
Yeah. We have gone everywhere, and we have finally come back. I like it. She wants to go to some other places, but I like it. So she wins. Okay. Who's got the conspiracy this week? Because I am not prepared.
I've got it for you, man. I was thinking, since today is Columbus Day or Indigenous Peoples Day, whichever one you would like to recognize.
Well, we got to talk about some weird death scenarios first, though.
Oh, okay. Let's do that.
I didn't know if I needed to be looking. I mean, look.
No.
Raw. This is last night's coffee. The Nightshifters are part of the show today. This is part of the chaos that y'all don't usually see.
Yep.
Yep. The dude that was like the soil and water guy for Rockdale County collapsed and died at the state capitol after giving a speech on the damages to the area.
Yes, I think didn't we hit on this last week? We may have hit on this, but we didn't talk about it very much. What do you think about that, man?
I think he got Clintoned.
Is it big chemical, dude?
Look, man, Boeing might own that company.
Big chlorine.
Big chlorine got him. Big chlorine got him.
You know what I'm saying?
Big bleach.
Yeah, I wonder, did they make fluoride there for the drinking water?
Ooh. I don't know.
Was it big fluoride, dude?
Big fluoride. There's big controversy about fluoride right now anyway.
Hey, look, man. Okay, let's talk about this. Frankie Fish Sticks, Frankie Fins. What was your fish's name?
Is either Frankie Fins or Freddie Fish Sticks? I can't remember.
Okay, Frankie Fins or Freddie Fish Sticks.
We talked about him on the show.
Yeah, we've had conversations about him before. He's a good fish. He was a good fish.
He was a good fish.
He's recently passed. He's no longer with us. And do you care to tell the listeners exactly what happened and why he's no longer with us?
So his water was about an inch low, and Mary Beth poured a little bit of water in there, and it killed him.
Yeah.
And we drink and shower and brush our teeth in that water.
Yes. So I've been a fish owner. My parents owned betta fish my whole life growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, That was common. I knew you're supposed to leave the water out on the counter for like 2 to 3 days, but yet it never clicked in my head. How messed up is it that it'll kill a betta fish in a matter of
days.
An hour? Maybe days?
Probably an hour. I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows? But it can kill a betta fish super quick, or a frog, or whatever a turtle, whatever you've got. Yeah. It'll kill that animal super quickly. Yet it's okay for us to drink. That's never dawned on me before, dude.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's awful. And like you said, we're using it to wash our dishes. We're using it to brush our teeth. We're using it to bathe. Like, this is a little bit strange, is it not?
It is.
And before anyone starts talking about, parts per million or whatever, I would like all you have to do is Google. There was a study that came out that shows that the higher the fluoride content in the drinking water, in the local drinking water, the lower the IQ levels were in that local area. So IQ levels are coinciding with fluoride levels in the water, meaning the higher the fluoride level, the lower the IQ. That's not good.
Not at all.
That's not good. I'm not saying fluoride is killing us. I'm not saying the fluoride is what's making us dumber. I'm just saying that seems like a really odd correlation, and maybe we should look at that and stop feeding us some lie that is good for our teeth. I brush my teeth twice a day. Why y'all bothering me? I floss my teeth. I use mouthwash. Why are y'all bothering me? Why are you putting fluoride in my water? That's nuts, man.
Well, they've had a case out in California where it's been ruled on that it's bad. They did a study.
Sure, it's toxic for humans. Yeah. It's just a matter of parts per million and things like that. Just like everything else. I mean, there's tons of stuff in the water, and to just single out fluoride is a little bit, not right. Like, we should talk about all of the other things that are also in the water, i.e., heavy metals and things like that. But fluoride just seems to be the hot topic. And I do find it curious, though, that IQ levels seem to correlate with the level of fluoride in the local drinking water. That's strange, dude. Good, so good. I don't know how we got on that, or why I just went on that rant. Oh, yeah, the chemical. We were talking about the chemical fire.
Excuse me.
That's a good one, dude. That's a good one.
So I come across a meme today about this guy that had donated his mom's body to Alzheimer's research.
Yeah, medical science, right? He thinks it's going towards medical science research, hopefully to help with development of treatments / cures for Alzheimer's.
Only to find out that she was used as a test subject in an explosion.
By our U.S. government.
Now, I did not realize this was an option. So you're telling me that my family could donate me to be blown up?
Not donate. Remember, the company he donated it to sold that body.
Yeah, for $6,000
to the U.S. government. So not only you could be blown up, your family could make money off of it.
I say cut out the middleman, sell me to freaking the government, and let them blow me up when I'm done.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
That would be like, you'd be like in heaven getting to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh, come here, watch this. Watch this. Here we go. Here we go. Ooh, that hurts my arm.
Well, you know how the Vikings used to do the Viking funeral, right? And shoot the burning arrow to the wooden ship. It's like the modern day Viking funeral to me. Yeah. If you ask me, like, we don't use burning arrows anymore. We use missiles.
Strap me to the nose of SpaceX and send me on, buddy.
That's hilarious, man.
Call Elon right now.
Well, so it brings up it brings up something else that I saw, a skit from SNL, which I don't watch SNL very much, but they had one of my favorite comedians on there, Nate Bargatze. He's a hilarious comedian. I hope you guys check him out. But
did you send me that?
I sent you the clip of it. Did you watch it?
Watch it yet.
Okay, so let me lay it out for you. The sketch is kind of long, but the premise of it is this guy, is at a water park, and he walks all the way to the top of the water slide. He's 83 years old, and he dies at the top of the water slide. As he sits down to go on it, he dies. Okay, so the paramedics come up there, and they pronounce him dead, and they're sitting there talking with the lifeguards, and it comes up like, we gotta get the body down.
Just send it.
And it's 255 steps to get him down to the bottom, because it's like the tallest water slide there at the place or whatever. Or he's already sitting right there. You know what I mean? And so one of the lifeguards has an issue with it, of course, and it's this funny play with the paramedics. But it just got me wondering, like, would you be okay with it? Put yourself in that position if you're the guy who died.
Yeah, sit me down, dude. One last ride.
What's funny is one of the lifeguards in the skit is like, I just want to see what the splash is like.
Yeah, and don't tell anybody at the bottom. So the dead dude just shows up.
Oh, man.
There's some kid like, you're not riding that. Your mom like, you're not riding that. That guy just died.
Oh, dude, it was so funny. It was a great skit. You should watch it. But so you would have no issue with getting pushed down a water slide if you were already dead. No, like if you just happen to keel over at the top, it's just what it is.
I got stuck in one time.
No. No.
We haven't told the story on here.
If we have, I've forgotten it because I have a terrible memory.
Okay, so we were at Whitewater.
Okay. And
they have the one that the door opens.
Oh, the one you stand on.
Yes.
And it just literally drops you.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so I get in it.
Oh, we have talked about this, but go on. I love hearing it.
Yeah, it won't unlock because I'm overweight for the ride.
Oh no.
And they come out, wait. They come up steps, And the maintenance guy's like, "We're gonna get you out of there. Just hold on." I said, "Are you gonna open the door? Or am I going down?" He goes, "We're gonna open the door."
Okay, so it sounds like he's gonna let you out of the ride. When he says open the door, I'm thinking you're gonna open because it's a capsule. For anyone who's never seen it, like you have to get into this capsule, and then this false door, this false floor, rather. Right. Kind of breaks out and lets you drop.
So I just got out of position. I don't have my legs crossed or anything. I don't even know. I think I'm kind of looking out the window. And then all of a sudden I hear it click. It was the best ride ever. It was so good. It was so good.
Did you think you were going to die for like a split second?
Maybe. But I tell my kids when they're scared to ride like anything. I said, look, it's designed to make you think you're going to die, but it's not.
Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah. And you know what? Ever since you explained that to me, you're absolutely right. Every time I ride a ride at Six Flags now, since you've told me that, I'm like, oh yeah, I feel like I'm going to die. That's what this feeling is.
Yeah.
That's what this feeling is. In any other circumstances, when I'm moving like this, I'd be dying. Yeah. I'd be dead. So it's really good observation you made there, and it's helped me a little bit.
Well, good.
Dude, some of those roller coasters are scary.
No, they're not.
Dude, some of them are scary.
I have never been on one where I've been scared for my life.
Oh yeah, bro. I'm not really scared of heights, but like. When you're just sitting in the Goliath and the Goliath just has that little pull down thing. Yeah. Like you don't have a buckle. It's just got a little pull down thing. And you're sitting looking out and it's like 200 feet in the air and you're looking straight down.
Yep.
That's scary.
It's scary, but I knew I was going to live.
Yeah. Well, I guess there's part of me. It's like, it wouldn't take much for me to fall. Like right now.
You probably don't fit in it as tight as I did.
Yeah.
I was in there. As long as I got 3 clicks, I was good, dude.
Maybe that's what it is. I feel less compressed, less secure.
Yeah, you're in there. You're moving around. So maybe so. I'm not moving. Once they put their foot on that thing, go click, click. They don't have to put the foot on it for you, do they? They just go.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They put their foot on there and they go click, click.
Oh, man.
I'm like, get another one. Click. Okay.
That's so good. That's so good. Let's hit this conspiracy corner, man. What do you say?
Tell us about Christopher Columbus.
All right. So, in honor of Christopher Columbus Day / Indigenous Peoples Day, I want to review and throw out there a little Christopher Columbus conspiracy. So,
okay.
There is a conspiracy that says it's called the Grail conspiracy, that a group of men and women who have for 2,000 years protected the Holy Grail, Columbus was mandated to discover a new land for the Grail, the Grail family, the holy bloodline of Jesus. What do you think? Was he actually undercover working for the holy bloodline to find a new land, and then and just got Spain to fund it, or England or whatever, just got them to fund it so that he could get over there? Because remember, he says he's looking for the Indies, but there have been rumors of a big land between Europe and Asia to the west. So there's a conspiracy that's what the conspiracy says, is that Columbus knew about the new land, and that's what he was looking for to protect the holy bloodline of Jesus. What do you think?
I think.
Was he undercover church agent?
I'm not a big Holy Grail guy.
Okay.
I've kind of dismissed that as a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if it is a thing, then that could be a true conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's not a thing, does that make sense?
Yeah, but because there's so much smoke and mirrors around the Grail itself being true, I get what you're saying.
I don't think the disciples would have save this cup.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, they'd be like, after the fact, they're like, what, you still got that cup?
Yeah.
You got it, right? You still got it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh, man, that was at John's house. Well, go get the cup. And you get over there and there's 4 cups. And you're like, maybe this is it?
Yeah, this looks right.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one kind of looks the same.
And then you go Indiana Jones on that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, he's like, well, this is the cup of a carpenter.
Yeah.
And it's just a goblet.
Well, so I do think there's a lot of weird mysteries that surround Christopher Columbus and his voyage across the Atlantic. I mean, the fact that he was supposed to be looking for India and wound up landing in the Bahamas, basically. And all of it sounds weird. We were never fed the complete truth, I feel like. And there's never been real good transparency around all of it. And there had to have been decent record keeping at the time. And I just wonder, why haven't we been fed the full truth and nothing but the truth? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Because there is, even though I don't necessarily believe this conspiracy, I don't think he was some kind of undercover church agent who just happened to get funding through a country because the Catholic Church was after them, because, Catholicism is pretty wretched, but especially the Roman Catholic Church. But, I don't, even if I don't believe in that, I do think that there's too much mystery surrounding Columbus and his voyage to America. I think there's too much weirdness surrounding it.
Right.
So I don't necessarily believe this, but I do think we have a lot to learn about that time in history.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't think I don't think we need the God. That's worshiping an item too.
Yeah.
So,
I don't need the Grail.
I don't need it.
Like, I don't need something like that.
Yeah. I'm getting text from the beach. I think they're coming back. That means I don't pick up stuff.
Send me the meme real quick. Let's finish up.
All right, I'll send it to you. I got a pretty decent one picked out.
Okay, cool. Dun 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 dun. Still waiting. Still waiting.
It says, "Oh, I sent that to Mary Beth." Never mind.
You night shifters are in for a raw show today. All right. Here's the meme. It reads, China today. China may be using sea to hide its submarines. China previously. There's just a big old ship out on China. Yeah. Maybe using sea to hide its submarines.
Yeah. You don't say.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's so great.
I wouldn't hide them above the sea.
Yeah, exactly. Like where exactly would you expect them to put them?
You know, they are building them in tunnels though.
What, like mountain tunnels? Like what kind of tunnels?
They have some mountain tunnels that they're building. Secret.
Yeah, China does a lot of underground stuff, don't they?
They do. They're underground. Yeah. Try not to be. Sure.
Thank you for a good show, Chucker. Vacation episode 166, dude.
Yep, the beach is back.
The beach is back. That's the title of the episode. We appreciate you listening, Night Shifters. Have a good one. We'll talk to y'all next week. Oh, we got shout outs. The Eating Chambers, Pushing Like a Dump Truck podcast. Check them out. We love you. Mean it.
See ya.